Did not participate was Chris Baker, had an illness that's going around a little bit. Carrier with his ankle and Achilles. D. Gold with his knee, hamstring, and wrist. Hatcher, knee, rest. Andre Roberts, knee. Limited with Will Blackman with his shoulder and hip. Everett with his hamstring. Chris Thompson with his shoulder. Dunbar with his finger. Perry Riley injured his foot a little bit in practice. He'll go get an MRI. We'll see how he's doing. Trenton Robinson, hamstring. Keenan Robinson, shoulder. They were limited. They did a little bit, but yeah, it was a short. We were shorthanded today a little bit.
I know you've talked about him before, Will Blackman and his smarts and things like that. What is it that has enabled him just to be a versatile player, or is it surprising that a guy like him was on the streets as the season opened?
It is. He's an older defensive back. I guess that's the main reason he was probably on the streets. But in order, we needed a veteran guy, a guy who could play multiple spots, and he was perfect for us. And we were fortunate to get him. And, I think we're one of the few teams that had a lot of injuries in the back end. We just got hit hard at that position, a lot of areas. So we needed a veteran guy to come in and play right away. It's hard to get a rookie right off the streets, teach him everything. Will's been there and done that, and he's been probably the most pleasant surprise on his football team, getting them and the way he's played, the way he is in the locker room, another athletic leader back there. He's been outstanding.
Jay, when you look at how the season has gone for the Cowboys and the fact they're 3-8, but they've had 2 overtime losses and a number of other games that were awfully close, do you think maybe that their record maybe belies how they actually are playing this year?
A play away from going to the NFC Championship game last year, and the Des Bryant catch. So they still have the mammoth offensive line. They still have Jason Witten. They still have McFadden, who's a heck of a back. They got Des Bryant still. They have they're a very good football team. And defensively, they have obviously Hardy have a good pass rush. They play hard. Rod Marinelli gets those guys ready to go. They've been close. And they obviously had the injury to Romo, but. This is a football team that can, dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's something we're focusing on. We got to play physical, continue our physical play up front, especially, and that's the biggest challenge this week is to match our physicality, their offensive line against our defensive line, and vice versa. So that's where the key matchups will be, in my opinion.
Earlier in the year, most of the year, you've been doing well on third downs. Last couple of games, I think the rate's been like 25%. Is that something that you're concerned about, or is it just more like the ebb and flow of the season?
Well, we're concerned about it. We have high standards for our third down offense. We were pretty efficient there for a while. In the last 2 weeks, we have been down. And, a couple of reasons for that. We just have to put our finger on them and make sure we get the corrections made and try to get better at it, because those are key elements of our success is converting third downs to enable us to keep drives going, keep our defense fresh, maintain the time of possession that we like. But it's something we have to continue to work on. The big third down we got was the play of the day, Jordan Reed on 3rd down and 5 with about 2 minutes to go in the game, 3 minutes to go. So we have converted some good ones, but we do have to get better.
Coach, with the amount of young guys that you have on the team, are you at all worried about the big lights this week and the fact that it's Dallas, especially with the franchise's record on primetime?
Am I worried about?
Just the youngsters and how they might react to being under the big lights.
I don't think so. I think, in the NFL, the good thing about it is every game you're under a huge, big stage. The Monday Night Football obviously is a special event for everybody involved when you're able to participate in it. But to be able to step up and play on a Sunday afternoon in Foxborough or Atlanta or our place, against, the teams that we played, the Giants, I think they've gotten the butterflies out of their system. I think everybody's gonna be excited because it is Monday night and it is the Dallas Cowboys, and we're in the position we're in. But I don't think nerves will have a big part to do with or a big negative impact on us.
Jay, has Will Compton become the full-time starter at Mike linebacker for you right now, regardless of where Keenan is?
I think Will Compton has cemented a role as a starter on this football team based on his play. Yes, Keenan's a good football player. When he gets healthy, we'll find a spot for him also. But Compton's playing outstanding.
To follow up on that, first on Perry, you said he hurt his foot today. Can you give us more detail? How did he hurt it, and your level of concern with him?
He just hurt it turning the corner and sprained his foot. We don't know. We're going to get an MRI on it today, right now, and then we'll have a better idea after we get that.
And then with Keenan, are you surprised, because he's been limited in practice and has been participating somewhat in practice over the past month or so, but hasn't played? Are you surprised that he hasn't been able to play, and do you expect him to play Monday?
We'd like to see him play, but you just don't know the extent of how much strength that he has. And he just continued to improve it in the weight room and in the training room. And he got a PRP last week, so hopefully that'll give him some relief. But we'll have to wait and see. I think there's a good chance that he could be up, but only time will tell on him.
Jay, what is the attitude of the team been coming out for practice this week, knowing that they're in control of the division and they can take hold of it the rest of the way?
Well, their attitude's been good. They came back ready to work. They had 2 days off. Figured we'd be a little bit rusty and complacent a little bit, but practice was outstanding today. We put the pads on for that reason. They got some good work in there, and I don't think anybody's really worried about first place. The big message is we just got to continue to get better, focus on ourselves, getting better, and make sure we continue to stress the ball, getting after the ball and protecting the football, and we'll go from there.
Even factoring in the number of injuries you've had, starters lost, wondering if you could compare the current talent level you've got at your disposal compared to this time a year ago?
Oh, no, I don't even hardly remember last year, to be honest with you. I tried to erase that from my memory. We're just talking, we just, like I said, we're just trying to get the people in here and try to get them in here and develop them and continue to get these guys better and put them in positions to succeed. Every time we put a team out there, I feel confident that we have a chance to win, if that's what you're asking, last year and this year. So the experience factor, some of the guys we got back from last year, they're obviously playing at a higher level. I think they've improved. And then some of the new guys that we've gotten through the draft or free agency or on the streets have improved this football team also.
Coach, you have the unique circumstance in that your brother's doing the game. Obviously, you guys are close in your football minds. Will you, after the game, at some point, seek analysis from him on what he saw? Will you guys share that?
I'm sure he'll seek me and give him his analysis on our game. He's good about that. No, he's really good. He's always been supportive, and he offers any advice that I ask for, but he doesn't really seek me out to tell me I should have done this or should have done that. He just has been very supportive.
With Kirk Cousins, it seems you've heard a lot about his growing confidence and all that. What do you see him doing in games because he has maybe a higher confidence level? Do you see him making plays, or is it just more situational that he's handling better because of that?
I just think seeing the same concepts and seeing the defenses and reacting to what he sees and having confidence in delivering the football in the right spots. And that's still a work in progress. He's still working to get better, but you can just see him making better and better decisions, not forcing the ball into crowds, and just overall playing a position, just snap count, getting a team out of the huddle, just everything that the quarterback has to do that the people don't even realize. Everybody thinks it's a passing game, and he's judged by completion percentage, but there's so much more that the quarterback has to do that he's getting better at. Like I said, and it's still a work in progress, but he's doing good.
Spencer Long's had several games now to establish himself at that guard spot after Sean went down. What have you seen from him specifically as he continues his development?
He's done good. He's had some ups and downs like, most young players have. But, we're impressed with the way he is getting better, and we're impressed with the way that he, doesn't harp on a mistake. He'll just continue to work and get better and practice and work on his craft, and that's all we can ask. But he's a big, strong kid, very smart. And he's another guy that, the more reps that he gets, in practice and in games, is going to be a huge benefit to him down the road towards the end of this year and obviously next year and in the future. All right.